Hi, my name is Neil Joshampole, and I'm bringing you this presentation on this VB2010 review exercise that will go into how to connect to a SQL Server database and create a database browsing program in less than 5 minutes. Should be less than 5 minutes. So this is how it's going to be designed. We're going to have our front-end application, and it's going to connect to a database in the back end, and it's going to pull data from that database. The database right now will be SQL Server database, but it doesn't have to be. You can connect to Oracle, Access, or various other databases as long as you have the appropriate ODBC connector driver. Okay, so let's get started. I'm going to open up Management Studios, and I'm going to open up Visual Studios. So here's my Visual Studios opened up right here. I'm going to create a new project. File, New Project. It's loading. Too bad it's kind of slow, but I'm hoping that one day I'll have a computer that'll finish things without a wait. But for now we have to wait. So don't include this in the time to build it. So while we wait, okay, here it is. I'm going to call it DB application, since this opened up in Visual Basics. Okay. So it's creating the form. I'm going to go into connect to my database with my Management Studios while it does that. Loading the database. The database I'm going to use for this is going to be timesheets database. I'm going to use the tables in my timesheets database. So create a new query for that. Wow, it's going really, really slow. Slower than usual. Okay, so then from my table, let's look for a table that has information in it. I'll go at look at user info. So I did a query of the first 2,000 rows. I have one row in there. So now let's try and access that from Visual Basics. So the first thing I gotta do is have a form. Here's my form. I like it. It's enough. So then I'm gonna go and add the database. So I go to my Server Explorer. I look at my data connections. I either have it here already, which I do, or I could add it by connecting to a database. So I'm going to let's try re-adding it so that I could show you how to do that. So here I'll put my server name in, and then here I'll put in the name of the database I'm trying to access. That'll be timesheets. Okay, test connection works. Okay, so now I have my database and it's all connected, and it's called Tiger Blood. It's the name of my computer. If you don't know where I got that from, I was reading the news the other day and I saw that celebrity that was being put in the spotlight, so they called him Tiger Blood in one of the articles, so I decided to name my computer that, just because it was so funny. Okay, so now we go to data. We want to show data sources, so here are all the data sources. I'm going to add a new data source. Database, next. Dataset, next. I'm going to take it from my timesheets database, or you could add a new connection in order to do that, but we already added the connection. So I'm making my dataset represent my timesheets database. Next. I'm going to save the connection. Next. waiting for it to load. I'm gonna add all my tables for my data set. This is basically where you're going to limit how many tables or to what your actual program is going to use, so it won't have to deal with unnecessary data. So I did that, and I'm going to finish it. The data source is adding. So now I'm going to make my actual application for my data source. So the table I just queried was ts underscore user info. So I'm going to go here to ts underscore user info. I'm going to add that. Wait, let's actually change this so it'll be in more of a details format rather than a grid format. I'm going to add that, and automatically VB2010 is going to make me a data browser. As simple as that. It's already made. I play it. I run it. Whoops. There we go. And see, we only have one item in that table, and it's all displayed here. If we had more than one item, it would tell us how many items we had here, and we could use these buttons to browse through it. And if you wanted to save the data after we made a change or added a new column, we could add it like so. It'll be empty. We add in the user ID, first name, last name, and all the details, and then we'd save it. And we could delete it here. So there is your VB2010 data browser in less than 5 minutes. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you.